22 years ago, I had a liver transplant, a very, very rare liver disease. And my donor was a 19-year-old student at the University of Kentucky, actually in music school at the University of Kentucky. So obviously, I have a great love for music. I think about him all the time. And so it's always very important to me to be able to raise awareness for organ donation.
So you're probably wondering what an organ donor looks like. An organ donor looks like you. They look like me. They look like anyone sitting next to you. They looked like my son. He was a bass player in our church worship team, and at the age of 19, he became an organ donor. You can see him. He's on the posters in the boys' locker room here, on the cross-country posters. He's also painted in the cafeteria. He's the cross-country runner that's closest to the auditorium. He was killed in a car accident by a drunk driver.
Our 16-year-old daughter, Kelsey, was also involved in an auto accident, just similar to Rob's.
On that night, my husband and I knew exactly what we were going to do when we were approached about organ donation. You see, when he got his driver's license, he decided then that he was going to be an organ donor. And we had a whole conversation about it, so we knew what his choice was.
We began to have that conversation no parents want to have. You know, how long do we hold on, and are we okay with organ donation? So we made two commitments to each other that night, that early morning. First, we're not going to let this tragedy tear our family apart. And secondly, if we could do any good, we'd do that, and it would begin with organ donation.
So I encourage you to think about this very, very important decision and then talk about it with your loved ones.
And remember what I always say. I say this all the time, guys. Don't take your organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here.